Have some special times here. Let me just take a peek at this. Okay, we're going to be talking about this in relation to this, but let's first figure out who the heck Whole Products is and what their relationship is to Mud Puppy, Mr. Mud Puppy himself. Okay, so okay, you are.
I'm Nick Riojas, and I am the branch manager for Whole Products Northern California
Okay.
office. And in relation to Mud Puppy, we are one of their distributors. So we stock their pumps, parts, we rent their units, we sell their units. Yeah.
So you guys have to be like friends or something, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then Rob, who is a lot of your face.
Yes, Rob is one of our outside salesmen for Whole Products on the West Coast. He's also in charge of our Mud Puppies, basically, for the company. He
hear
previously worked at Mud Puppy.
I hear nothing but good things about
Yes,
him.
Rob
So that is
Absolutely.
fantastic. So you are
I am Kenneth Martinez. I'm the owner of Mud Puppy.
okay, and then you were asleep in your bed one night, and then all of a sudden you said, "Oh my God, I can build something like this!" Right? Or what happened?
So through trying to help people solve their problems of supercharging pumps,
Right.
with mechanical seals only holding 300 psi and failing beyond that,
Okay.
I've had several people try to redesign the wheel. So what I did was I started experimenting with different pre-built pumps from Europe and from Asia, and nothing gave me what I wanted. So I scrapped everything and sitting in bed one night, drew this up.
I knew you were going to be in bed thinking about this. Okay.
Drew this up, started playing with some computer programs. And expanded things and kind of grew the pump. And now we have our dual stage centrifugal.
Okay, now, does this, so on the real basics of it, when it's matched with the right horsepower, and we'll talk about that here in a minute, but that pump will produce how many gallons a minute at what pressure?
So we have ran it at 2,500 RPMs.
Okay.
Can I borrow that chart? We have seen...
Oh, now we're getting technical.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
here we go. All right.
So at 2,500 RPMs, the max that we've been able to get hydraulically,
Okay.
we've seen 240 PSI at 500 gallons a minute.
Wow.
And with the deadhead pressure, we were at 300.
Okay.
And this is only at 2,500. So if you're able to spin it faster, you'll get more. I've had this thing fully open, no restrictions, through a 6-inch hose, and I had about 1,300 gallons a minute going through it.
Wow.
And that was just
So that,
messing around.
so does this take away the need for a duplex pump, the weight of it, the size of it, the hassle content of it?
Yes and no.
Smaller duplex pumps?
Yeah, so this would really eliminate like moinos and stuff. The pressure is not 800 or 400.
Right.
If you could spin this fast enough, you might get 400 out of it.
So
you
now
could
you're
eliminate-
so far you're basically running this to where it's run hydraulically through hydraulics, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now has anybody run it direct from an engine?
Direct drive, no. Nobody's
Okay.
done that yet. We have some of them on drilling rigs right now, mostly DM650s. They're running them hydraulically. They're getting good performance out of them. And
Yeah. Let's see. Who's that guy back east?
Bill Ramsey.
Bill Ramsey. He was saying that this changes his world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few people who have them. We have about 7 of them out there working right now.
Okay.
We have 3 of them out on Mud Puppy units.
Okay.
And they have eliminated the piston pump off the rig as far as the guys not using them anymore.
Wow. So do you have a sense of the diameter of, like, I don't know, 12-inch or 14-inch hole for X amount of feet for the upflow? Do you have a sense of that or no?
Well, supercharging, we generally see guys doing 30-inch holes and 1,200 feet down here in California. And that is just with 2 centrifugals like that. So I
Right.
don't see any reason this pump wouldn't do that.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I
And-
ran a little experiment before I had put this thing out there
Right.
and brought it to the trade show last year. We had a standard centrifugal running off of a mud puppy, and we had this centrifugal running direct off of an engine, a direct drive. It was 121 horsepower. It maxed out at 1900 RPMs for the pump. The centrifugal put out 428 gallons a minute through 4.5-inch rod through a Versadrill. We were close to 500 feet. We were just short of 500 feet down. We were pumping at 140 psi.
Incredible.
428 gallons a minute.
Incredible.
Before I left that day, we shut it down. We switched everything back over to the mud puppy
Right.
and was running the mud puppy up to the point where we got the same flow, 428 gallons a minute. We were at 60 psi, about 120% more pressure with the dual stage.
So now, Taylor Weiniger in east of Denver was telling me that he was just absolutely trashing his duplex pumps. Every 1 or 2 jobs, he'd have to rebuild the whole silly thing, and it was just costing a fortune.
Right.
So he ended up getting a big mud cleaning setup and everything, a big one. And how much cleaning? I mean, how much wear and tear? How are these pumps built to where they will handle either not processed mud, or what do you recommend?
Well, I own
Of
my
course.
puppy, so I say run a reclaimer. The pumps currently are just ductile iron.
Okay.
That was kind of our experimental run. We ran 45 pumps. That was our batch. Now it's been successful. People
Okay.
are liking it. People are inquiring more about it. So we've invested in doing a run of chrome. So we have another 50 pumps of chrome coming right now. The chrome is always going to last you 3 to 4 times longer in
Okay.
life.
Okay.
I have guys who say they replace their ductile pumps from other manufacturers in 500 hours, and the same guy can get 2,000 hours out of a chrome pump.
Wow.
So it's hard to say if it's definitely gonna be cheaper to rebuild this pump than a piston pump.
Do you have a sense of how many hours it takes to pull this apart, put new parts in it, and be back to work?
If it's mounted on the rig, I would say maybe an hour or so.
Okay.
Once you know how to do it.
Right.
If it's mounted on a workbench, I can do them in about 30 minutes.
That's like still a nothing time.
No, it's actually very, very simple when you start to get down and look at it. I say 30 minutes because I'm tearing it apart, but nothing's rusted on there too.
Right.
So,
Right.
Maybe an hour and a half for a guy in the field, maybe an hour for a guy in the shop once they're kind of rusted and stuck on there.
Well, fantastic. Well, this is really good news. Is this a model of this pump right here?
So this is a 3D model of the pump. I make these and try to take them to the trade shows. I just haven't gotten around to painting it with my daughter. But essentially you can see you have an intake flange, a primary impeller to pull it in, start your fluid movement, build up pressure, and we have a diffuser to help ease the stress on the bearings. And then we have a second impeller that increases the pressure again and then runs out the discharge. We have a mechanical seal in here. We have our own high pressure seal. We've ran it up to 480 psi on centrifugals without failure.
Wow.
It is not, however, cavitation proof.
Okay.
It'll still pop under cavitation.
Okay. Wow. That's
But
that's
the
incredible.
nice thing about these 2 pumps, this is a short body pump that is on almost all drilling rigs that have a 4x3. This pedestal is exactly the same pedestal for both.
Oh,
pumps.
look at that! It is. Look at the size of the holes on the placement of just so basically, if you have this pump and you have the extra room, then you can just slap this one on, bolt it on, and go. Right?
The discharge flange is about 1.5 inches taller.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's to make room for the housing. It's also
Right.
gave us room for a plug in the discharge. And then the front flange is about 6 inches further out, 6 to 7 inches.
Yeah. Let's look at that. Excellent. So, all right. Well, this is fantastic news for the industry. Great job. You're not allowed to sleep. Okay. Right. We're getting down to the money part of this. All right. So, brass tacks. Okay.
Brass tacks. What it's
Brass
gonna
tacks.
cost you to
Okay.
have
So, what is this baby going to cost? Not freight included, sitting here loaded up in the back of your pickup and run for your rig. How much?
From us at Whole Products, we'll sell it for about 10 grand. They list for 11.
Okay. All right.
Ready
And then
available.
and then a few months
end.
later, a year later, 10 years later, hopefully.
The wet end kit will need to be replaced, which right now we're just doing ductile wet end kits, and you're looking at about 5 grand for a complete wet end rebuild. That will be 2 impellers, the wear plate, and a case.
So,
the housings,
so
that's
for a
all-
non mud guy like me, okay, that has no clue what a duplex pump would cost to rebuild that, smaller duplex pump, what would it cost?
I can tell you right now, a
Like-
7.5 by 10. This is what this stuff is: liners,
Okay.
rods, pistons,
Yep. Yep.
packings,
Yep.
seats,
Yep.
valves. You're looking at about 3 to 4 grand
Okay.
in a complete duplex rebuild.
Okay,
a
for
7.5 by
a
10.
duplex that does about the same volume as this,
About the same.
maybe a little bit
Maybe
higher,
a little bit less.
higher pressure.
Yeah, you would see on a fresh 7.5 by 10 probably 300 GPM.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
I think that covers it.
Buy it quick.
Absolutely.